Hello everyone, welcome to a new wandering. I'm on my way to show you something new. This weekend and next weekend the Heritage Open Days are on. This is a time when, as it says in the name, heritage houses are open to the public. You can visit them. So I am using this opportunity to see places I would never get to see otherwise. So what I'm going to show you in this wandering, it's in the heart of Rochester and it's called the French Hospital. Now it has an interesting history. It was established about 300 years ago at the beginning of the 1700s, and it was in response to a need that started to ever grow, and it was specifically designated to help Huguenots who were fleeing because of persecution. They were mostly of the Calvinistic belief, I believe, at that time, and this was one of the first enterprises that was focusing on welcoming refugees. And though it was set up as a hospital at the time, it wasn't just necessarily for people who were ill, but it provided shelter and accommodation for those who needed it. And I hope that we can find out more once I am there. I just crossed through this little park called the Wines, and here we have more information about it. Just spotted a gorgeous house there, which I believe is used as a wedding venue. Just peeking in. Absolutely gorgeous. I've not been here before. I have been to Rochester many times, but it's usually, the High Street, the cathedral, which you can see, the tower of the cathedral in front of us, the castle. By the way, I have filmed a really good video about the castle, including visiting it. So if you're curious to see it, make sure to check out my Wanderings playlist. Now, it's not very often that you get to see old walls, probably from many hundreds of years ago, now incorporated into garages. How cool is that? Just spotted another beautiful house. It's called the McKean House, part of King's School. Okay, you can read that, but it is private, so I'm not gonna go through. Anyway, I need to get to the French Hospital, but I am just wowed. And now I wonder, why did I never come behind the cathedral? Look at that. And oh, look, the castle's there peeking at us. Rochester is absolutely fabulous, as is the whole Medway area. There's so much history that most people have no clue about. I have spoken to a few locals, and many of them have never been, never seen, never heard. And I think I'm in a dead end, so I need to go and walk around, but I just wanted to quickly include this. This is one of the reasons I enjoy wandering around. Many times I do look up things, do my research, so I can share interesting and useful information with you. But sometimes I just pick a spot and then I start walking around and exploring the streets, and almost every single time I find something interesting or beautiful or unexpected. So I encourage you to do the same. Wander, explore, let yourself be amazed. Now, I am yet to film a proper and detailed video about this gorgeous cathedral. It requires more research and prep time, but it's on my list of things to do, and I have no doubt about it that it will be very, very interesting. So this is one of the main entrances. There's another one, but I just turned to the left and there is the beautiful Rochester castle. It is the tallest and fairly well preserved Norman castle of Britain, and just next to the cathedral is St. Nicholas Church, and then we have one of the gates. I have shown you some of these in previous videos because I do come here for the various festivals and things. And here's the info about it. Okay, let's see it from this side as well. And I'm making my way towards my initial destination. I still need to find it. I'm having a hunch on where it is, but I'm not 100% sure. So I'll pick it up from there. Found it! Beautiful building. Obviously the little pink flags help. There we go, we can see it better now. Right, I've been given a sticker and told that I should start with the square, and I think I might join in to here because this lady who's dressed up is sharing about the history of the area. Okay, as you can see, these buildings are much newer, and what did I want to say? Oh goodness, the thought just escaped my mind. Well, the original French hospital theme began in 1718, and then it moved through different locations, and what we have today is still giving priority to people of Huguenot descent, but I believe they are welcoming others as well. There's a Huguenot Museum nearby where I'm gonna go. Oh, it's just leading to the car park and out onto the other main street. Okay, I'll go back. What was I saying? I'm losing my thoughts. Oh, there's a lower level as well. Yeah, after I finish looking around here, I'm gonna go into the museum, which shows more about the history of the Huguenots. That's again something I've not done yet, so it's all new. Well, it's beautifully kept, that's for sure. Okay, I'll be following these little pink flags. Tiny garden areas. They're full of flowers. And I can hear chatter this way. This way up. Okay. There's a garden. An old barrel that's cleverly used to save the rainwater. Okay. Little windy bits. Rain behind. and I can see a part of the old wall. This is old as well, but hold on, I'll show you. Look up there. That's part, I think, of the city wall. Oh, light, come back. Can you see it? There we go. Some lovely late roses. I'm gonna go in and have a look at the little cafe area. Here's another barrel. It's fascinating that in a city, well, it is a town now, poor Rochester has been downgraded, but literally just there, it's the high street, which is always full and always busy, and then you have these lovely tranquil things hiding in plain sight, as they say. Hello, little mouse. That's so cute. And I spotted the bust of someone. There we go. It does the attire of a Huguenot. Let's go see if we can find out who he is. Lots of detail. His name is Coligny. Gaspard de Coligny. He was an admiral, and there's a little plaque on his back, and I'll let you read it in a sec. There we go. Interesting. I love it when you get to discover new things. There's little benches everywhere. The residents can come out and enjoy the gardens. But now let's go in. Found a little piece of artwork. It's like a memory tree or in-memory tree where people can buy little plaques and attach them in memory of a loved one. And I'm in where they have a little hospitality going on. I'm getting a cup of coffee and some cake. There, I'm going to try something that is apple and toffee cake. Never had that before. There's a little library, and I need to go back through the little welcome area. Just wanted to include these paintings. Don't know who they are. This time I'm not finding names. That's pretty as well. Representing various scenes from the Bible. Okay, that was lovely. I got to speak to a couple of the residents. I went the wrong way. The exit is this way. Found a couple of old lions. Okay, I'm starting to form a more clear picture about what the French hospital was and still is, and how it moved around over the centuries after being started off in London in the 1600s. Now there should be another area which we can visit at the front where I started with that beautiful building, and it got really dark and overcast, and I can feel a few raindrops on my head, which I'm not happy about. I'm not sure how clearly that shows, but I hope you can read it. And also commemorative stone celebrating the 300th anniversary. Okay, there's a talk happening soon. See?
Yes, I believe you. Lovely show.
Yes. I was looking at something again. I can't see what it is.
As well, obviously with Charles Dickens section, but there's Watts
Watts
and
as well,
Ford
yeah.
as well.
Looking
Doing us. Yeah, we work
quite
closely
grand.
together now.
No, that is interesting. I had no idea. And there is a detailed family tree It's behind glass, so it's very hard for me to film. And there's reflections. I hope you can see some of it. I just spotted something else. Various samples of silk. Now, Huguenots are known to be amazing craftsmen of all sorts, and silk was one of them. Right, I'm out, and let's have one more peek onto this beautiful building. And now I'm gonna go to the Huguenot Museum, which is nearby, and let's see what we can see there. And there we are. Oopsie. Even the steps are beautifully decorated. Okay, I'm very, very curious to explore this. And we can go through the story, and I'll let you read it. Now I find that interesting because I would have never thought that such accounts were recorded. You can see 1686. There's a miniature prayer book, and it is tiny. It's about 5 centimeters, but this is very interesting. This is a large Bible, and it's very interesting because it belonged to a family that was hiding its faith, and when soldiers came, they hastily baked it into a loaf of bread, and it survived. And let's continue the story. If I remember correctly, when I read up on it, about 250,000 Huguenots fled at the time, and about 100,000 settled here in England, while in the British territory. And this is one interesting story. A Huguenot temple at Champs-Renton. And this chap, Jacques de Coligny, was the founder of the French hospital. Some of the silverware they made. Look at the details. Again, behind glass, so I'm struggling. Some pocket watches. Beautiful long case clock. And I believe we have the name of the maker inscribed there. Okay, there we go. Story of a family. And this is the great-granddaughter, Sarah. And I'll show you the amazing little house she received. Ta-da! It's huge. I have never seen a doll house like this in my life. Wow. They're all behind glass, but I'm trying to sneak a few peeks. Bedrooms. Tea rooms.
No. Yes. Yes, it still has some.
And the ladies with their enormous dresses. Wow. There we go. It is the size of half a room, seriously. And here's the story of the dollhouse. Again, please pause and read it if you will. I hope it shows properly. Okay, these are part of the dollhouse. They have been put here so we can see them more up close. The attention to detail is like mind-blowing. Okay. And it is the story that spans through centuries. But there's a difference that I, for example, see in this part. Okay, that was it. It's a small museum, but there were some interesting artifacts in it. And it was nice that they have put their short history in a way that it's understandable to anyone. And let's go back out onto the main street. Okay, let's see the building in its entirety as much as possible from here. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this more peculiar wandering. I certainly have, and I got to learn a lot of interesting information about the Huguenots. There will be more. The Heritage Open Days are continuing next weekend, so I am planning to visit a few more buildings that are open during this time. So make sure you look out for some future wanderings through history. Bye everyone!